Hey guys, TJ and Jackie Ware here. This is the Hurricane Ian Show. We're going to be bringing you up-to-date news, and we're going to do everything we can to connect you with the resources that are going to help you prevent more damage to your property and also help you restore that property. We have a background in insurance and insurance adjusting. So one of the main things that I want to do is make sure that everyone has good, reliable information about how to deal with your insurance claims in the state of Florida. Okay, I've dealt with a lot of hurricanes. I've worked a lot of hurricanes. I'm also a board advisor for the American Policyholder Association. The American Policyholder Association, or the APA, is an organization. It's a nationwide nonprofit that represents property owners, and it helps protect them from insurance fraud perpetrated by the insurance carriers. I'll be sending out a lot more information about that. We work closely with a lot of different organizations, also including the United Survivors Disaster Relief. That is a group of individuals that have been affected by natural disaster, and what they do is they take people who have experienced the trauma of natural disaster or combat or other scenarios, and they take those people to go essentially help and minister to victims and survivors of natural disasters. And so they go in, they raise a lot of money. It's usually contractors and attorneys and business people and other organizations that support the USDR, and they're able to buy supplies, and they go in, and usually they work with the parts of town that are a little bit more demographically challenged when it comes to financial resources. And so they go into areas that really, really need help. And they help them rebuild, and they help them deal with that trauma. So it's a very exciting partner that we have. We also are affiliated with the Catalyst Group. The Catalyst Group is a consortium of vendor companies that support roofing and restoration. So I have a very wide network in roofing and insurance restoration. We have a lot of great resources, and we have connections to a lot of the best companies and vendors in the state. So we're going to be here after the storm passes through, and we're still going to be reporting on things that are going on, problems that people are having dealing with their insurance claims, and the best steps that they can take to put themselves on the right track for recovery. These days, there are all sorts of supply chain issues. There are all kinds of challenges for people recovering from natural disasters. So you're going to need to be constantly informed and up to date and know what's going on out there, so that you can properly rebuild. It becomes a very challenging environment after the storm, and I want to be a good source of information and resources for all the property owners that are affected. Let's go through some of the graphics here. This is the 5 p.m. Eastern update from the National Weather Service, the National Hurricane Center, and we're looking at a potential rainfall map here for southwestern Florida. Really, it's for all the state of Florida, because you can see that 15 to 20 inches of rain extends all the way up the coastline, almost to Jacksonville. So maybe New Smyrna, somewhere right up there. You're still going to be getting a deluge. And then this here is
flash flood risk.
Yes, the flash flood risk. And you see there is high, at least 70% risk of flash floods for a massive portion of the Florida Peninsula, including all of Orlando. So that's a big population center there. Orlando's not right at the ocean, but it's not that far from the coast. So there are liable to be significant wind speeds recorded in Orlando, and it's going to continue to dump rain as it crosses the Florida Peninsula. This is the surface wind field of Hurricane Ian. And here you can see the entire southwestern coast of the peninsula of Florida is under a hurricane warning. So this is the big storm that people have talked about for years, and just when you least expect it, it pops up, and it's looking pretty rough. Every forecast gets a little bit worse for the storm, and a couple of people have predicted that in the beginning. I knew that if this storm made that hook back east, it was going to retain a lot of that power from the Gulf Stream current. That warm water really intensifies these storms and increases the wind speeds. So there could be significant storm surge as well. If you guys could like and follow the Hurricane Ian Show page, that's going to help us reach as many people as we can.
Yeah, invite people to join the group, the Facebook group, and like and share the videos and the content. And if you guys have resources, y'all please make posts within the group. Let's keep it active and let's keep the most up-to-date info that we can going in there for everyone.
Yeah. So there's the Hurricane Ian Helpline group. If you guys see that on Facebook, it's a great place to share resources and information, help keep everyone prepared as the storm makes landfall. I hope that the areas that are being advised to evacuate have been able to evacuate successfully. And I hope there are places for those people to stay. I know that all of the relief workers and the aid, recovery, and emergency services are already staging up in the panhandle of Florida, probably places in Georgia as well, waiting for this system to move through so they can safely move their equipment and people into the affected regions. You look like you wanted to say something.
Well, I was actually going to ask you if you've seen when they're expecting landfall.
Yeah, we had a landfall map. I don't think we brought that one down quite yet.
I think it's changed the further south the storm's gone on the dates that they're expecting, the date time frame.
You know, there has been quite a bit of change, and there's been that southerly shift is speeding us up just a little bit. And I don't know if you can zoom in there, but on those spaghetti models, on those storm tracks, those little numbers show you how many hours from the time this was released they expect the storm to be in that position. So for everybody who is working on getting evacuated, getting buttoned up and evacuated, don't leave yourself with too little time in the end. It's best to go ahead and get out of there, because you can see if you're going north, like most people will be probably, the storm is going to continue northeast for quite a ways once it makes landfall. So you've got to be pretty far down the road really to escape significant danger, to be honest. So we're going to be continuing to report. We are loading up right now and packing up a mobile studio and heading down toward that part of Florida. So you'll continue to see our live feeds, our updates, and we appreciate you guys and want you to stay safe. If you need anything, please send us an email or message me through Facebook, and we'll look forward to seeing how we can help you guys out in the future. Talk to you later.